Hey everybody, Chris Bond 21 here, and welcome back to the next Kingdom Hearts Let's Play number 3. We have arrived finally at Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, and we are back on the PS4, so graphics are going to be slicker, frame rate's going to be smoother. Not that you guys are really going to be able to see that one, but we are basically here because of the better load times, because Rechain of Memories gave me quite a bit of agony and grief in the loading department. So we're back on the PS4 collection, really nice for me. Back on the PS4 because I kind of liked doing the first Kingdom Hearts on there. Would have loved to have done Chain of Memories here on the PS4 collection, but you know, I don't want to die, and I would kill myself if I had to do the freaking card collecting thing again. So it's like I'm not going through that aggravation. So yeah, we had to do the PS3 version. So sorry about that. Now, if you notice, we're kind of going in order. We've done 1, we've done 2, and now there's 3. But 3 is 358 over 2 days. But we're gonna skip it at that one right now because basically we're going in not chronological order, but we're going in release order, which I feel is the best way to play the series. And side note here, this was something else. I mentioned this back during the Rechain of Memories playthrough about people that were talking about the Kingdom Hearts series. A lot of people that were talking about it, there was like links to other videos, like recommendations, and a lot of those videos was like, it was definitely clickbaity stuff, like, oh, the 107 facts you don't know about this thing, or about, like, you know what I'm talking about. You've seen those videos with the clickbait stuff. And basically one of them was like the best order to play the real order to play the Kingdom Hearts games. What is the best order? And there was articles and other videos, and there was a whole bunch of stuff. And you know, I'm gonna put an end to all the videos right now. I'm gonna put an end to every single video on YouTube that talks about the order of the Kingdom Hearts games. I'm gonna tell you right now how to play the Kingdom Hearts games in order, in the order they were released. I may have already said that in another video. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. It's been a while since I did Rechain of Memories, so I forgot exactly what I've talked about or what I've gone and ranted about. But yeah, basically just play them in the way they were released. You know, get the internet open, look at the list from Wikipedia or whatever, check the way they were released, and go Kingdom Hearts 1, Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 2, then do 3 Fight over 2 days, then do Birth by Sleep, then do Recoded, then do 3 days. That's it. That's the way you got to do it. So we're gonna get right into Kingdom Hearts 2. So let's jump right into that menu. So again, much like, well, unlike Rechain of Memories, which I felt was a very plain experience because it's literally just the PS2 game emulated on better hardware. It's nothing special. There's nothing new about it. And to be honest, the only thing that would have been really good about it is if we had played the GBA version first and we could have gone through like a comparison list of all the aesthetical changes. But for the most part, it was a straight shot. It was a general recreation of that, just in 3D. This is Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, and what I believe is the definitive way to play Kingdom Hearts 2. See, the original Kingdom Hearts 2, and we'll get more into this as we get through the game and we get to certain parts of the game. The original Kingdom Hearts 2 didn't feel like an unfinished game by any means, but there was something about it that felt like things were missing in certain respects, and that was mostly in regards to the post-game stuff. If you remember in the Kingdom Hearts 1, we had a ton of post-game stuff to deal with. We had secret bosses, we had Olympus Coliseum with the tournaments, we had the puppies, we had the 100 Acre Wood, we had all this stuff. And Kingdom Hearts 2 has some of that to an extent. But then there's a lot of stuff near the post-game where it kind of is just one little optional boss fight that's sort of optional, not really if you want to complete the journal 100%, and that's it. There's one fight, and then it's the synthesization shop, and we'll find that this game is a little bit easier in some respects compared to Kingdom Hearts 1. Thankfully, Final Mix adds a ton of new features that I'll be pointing out as we go. There's a couple of alternate cutscenes. I'm sorry if I don't know all of them, because I'm a little less familiar with the new cutscenes here. Again, I don't think there's dialogue over them, or maybe there, I think actually, no, that's the problem. There is dialogue over some of them. There's voice acting on them now, so it's a little bit harder to figure it out. There's mostly new cutscenes near the beginning of the game to try to explain and explore a little bit more of the opening stuff. It might be a bit of a spoiler for Days. I feel like this and Days lean into each other very heavily, so if you played that first or whatnot, you're kind of getting both experiences out of this. So we'll talk about it when we get there, but regardless to say, this has a lot more cool things than the original Kingdom Hearts, and that's because when this game was released, which was in 2005, I believe, for Japan, December, and then it came in the States March of the following year, which, mind you, was the most agonizing wait I think I've ever had to wait for a video game. And when I talk about like what I like about Kingdom Hearts 2, I'm going to tell you right now, this is not my favorite. I know a lot of people say that Kingdom Hearts 2 is the best in the series. I think it's like definitely in my top 3, but I do believe that there are 2 other games that are ahead of it, and I do believe that for all of the issues with the combat and the restrictions on camera and platforming in Kingdom Hearts 1, I still prefer Kingdom Hearts 1, only for a story reason, which I'll explain as we get, again, into this game. You'll understand. And there's another game that's ahead of it, too. Spoiler alert, that's Birth by Sleep. I find Birth by Sleep to be a little bit better than this game, only if we're talking about the original Kingdom Hearts 2. If we're talking about Final Mix here, this is Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, I would put that a little higher. So I definitely would make it Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, then Birth by Sleep Final Mix. That's the way I would label my top 3. But it's like a very close list. It's not like there's a giant gap between them. So that's really all I have to say with what I think about that. So when we got our version, I kind of ruined it for myself. Because again, I was young, I was stupid, and a little thing called YouTube had just been created. Because I think it was 2005 or 6, I forget when YouTube first started. But this is like when YouTube started being a thing. And everyone and their mother was posting videos from Kingdom Hearts 2, and I've just accidentally queued up the intro. I should probably let the intro play on one of these things. You get good instrumental track there, but I'll just quickly go back. Okay, it's going back. Yeah, so they basically put all the videos up. There was the Japanese cutscenes, and it was all uploaded. There was the soundtrack, and loads of things were up there and were spoiled. And me being a stupid kid with no self-control, I spoiled everything. I found out things and plot developments, and so when I played the final game, there wasn't a whole lot of twists and turns. So I'll admit it, I did ruin the story to a certain extent to my own fault, but there is other things about the story that even if I hadn't, I still would have taken a little bit of an issue with. So again, I'll explain that when we get there. But yeah, we got our version in 2006, and then I think a year later, I believe, I want to say it was in 2006, at the Tokyo Game Show stuff, they announced that they were going to do the Final Mix version. And then I think in 2007 they launched, I think. I'm not 100% on that. I promise I'll throw something up on the screen if I got that wrong. If I didn't, I'll leave it. But I'm pretty sure it was in 2007 that we got the Final Mix game. And I didn't think it was fair that Japan was getting only Final Mix. I think I mentioned this in the Rechain of Memories video when they were talking about that, because their Kingdom Hearts 2 version was the same as ours. The Japanese version of the original Kingdom Hearts 2 and the American version of Kingdom Hearts 2 are the same game, with the exception of some censoring stuff that was changed in the States. Blood colors, and I think certain weapons that were looking like guns had to be switched. And there's a couple things in one world where some of the characters were pointing guns at their head, and they didn't like that, so they had to move the guns away, or they edited it out or something like that. They replaced it with walkie-talkies. I don't know, but take your pick. Anyway, that was the same. It was the same exact game. They got the same content, the same everything. This wasn't like the North American Kingdom Hearts 1, where we got different things. And so everybody got the same game, which I believe is fair. You know, that's fair. Everybody should get the same game. No one should be given more than the other. I still even believe it. Back in the day with Kingdom Hearts 1, I don't think it was entirely fair that we got extra stuff that Japan didn't get, which is why Final Mix was totally legit for Japan to get, because they deserved the extra content. Did they deserve the extra content that they threw in there anyway? Well, no, but they were probably a little salty and figured, hey, you want to make your own little editions? We'll make our own little editions and bar you out for about a decade. So, yeah, Kingdom Hearts Final Mix seemed like the most awesome thing ever, and the fact that we weren't going to be able to play that because it wasn't coming into the States was horrible. And when you find out what these editions were, you're going to be like, really? They didn't want to give us this? And there was all these rumors, you know, that all the games were going to sell well. That's why they weren't bringing them over. It was all PR BS, and they just, I don't know, they just either didn't want to do it, or, I don't know, it can't really be the money thing. There's no way. You couldn't honestly think that people wanted to buy this stuff. People were importing the game anyway to play on the regional broke PS3s and whatever, PS2s and whatever, or they had Japanese PS2s. And again, I spent the better part of my high school years trying to save up money for a Japanese PS2 because I wanted to play this version because it was so cool. So yeah, there's things about that, there's things about the plot, and we'll talk about all that good stuff. But there's one more thing we got to talk about before we finally get started, which is that the end of Chain of Memories hinted at something involving this blonde-haired kid from the title screen that's sitting next to Sora over there. We don't really know what his deal is. We knew a lot about him from the time we went to Twilight Town in Chain of Memories, because he seems to be walking around that town. But we don't exactly know who he is, what he is, and how he connects to Sora. We saw what he looks like at the end of Riku's playthrough, but we still don't know that much about him. And again, leading up into Kingdom Hearts 2's actual release, this kid was everywhere. Like, he was in the trailers, he was in the preview stuff, his face was constantly never shown in the early drafts. Finally, it was shown at the end, and strangely, he does look kind of similar to someone else, maybe. And we'll learn a little bit about that in this first thing. So what we're going to do today is we are going to start, finally after 15 minutes of a spiel, we're going to do the intro to Kingdom Hearts 2. This is a little bit interesting. I'll explain more when we get to it about how I'm going to divide this up, because Kingdom Hearts 2 has a 3-hour tutorial intro. Yeah, you remember how we did the opening awakening station in Kingdom Hearts 1, and that was one video, and then we hit the title screen? Yep, well, this is the game where it takes 3 hours to hit the title screen. So I've already planned out how we're going to do it. We're going to knock it down into, I think, 4 episodes. There's like 6 days that we have to get through with the main guy we're going to be playing with, and there's 6 days, but I'm not going to do 6 videos because that would be a waste. So I'm going to do 2 days today in video 1. So this is going to be a mega big jumbo episode. Again, I think you guys have probably been waiting since the Chain of Memories videos ended, so I think this will be a nice reward. And then next time we see each other, we'll do day 3, because a lot of plot critical stuff happens there, so I'd like to give you guys that just by itself. Day 4, I believe I'm going to do plot critical information, and then I think day 5, I'm going to leave, I think, maybe do 5 and 6 together? I think I'll do 5 and 6 together. Yeah, I think I've decided on 5 and 6 together, because 5 is kind of a... Well, 5 is kind of long, so maybe we'll do 5 by itself. I feel like 5 will be a waste if we just do it by itself, so we'll do 5 and 6. So we're going to divide these up into 2 days each. We'll do 2 days, a video. We're done with this in 3 videos. Make it a little bit easier. They're going to be long, but we got to get through this part because it's all tutorial-based stuff. So without any further ado, I've been blabbering on for 20 minutes. You guys probably just want me to shut up and play the damn game. So, new game. So there's a whole bunch of modes this time. Holy crap. There's beginner, there's standard, there's proud, there's critical. What the hell is critical? Okay, so here's how I play usually. I usually play on critical mode now because I usually like to go for the highest difficulty. And I don't think, I don't know, do I want to do critical mode? Because I feel like that's going to limit me in begin with certain abilities and other perks. I think it's mostly just a 0 card. I might just go for proud mode, a difficult mode with stronger enemies, blessed for those seeking chances. There's a good chance of unlocking the ending. I think, it doesn't matter anyway, I have the ending unlocked in the theater mode, so even if I don't unlock it in the game. It doesn't really matter because when we get to the 100% stuff, I'm going to just switch over files, but I kind of want to have an easier go at this because I died a lot in Chain of Memories, so I'm tempted to go proud mode. I just want to do proud mode because I want to get my health to a normal degree. Critical mode limits you with health. I don't know. Critical mode or proud mode. Oh god, I'm tempted here. I didn't plan this out. Damn it, I'm thinking about it on the fly. Maybe I'll do critical mode. I feel like critical mode is going to limit me in a lot of ways because you're not going to get like a lot of HP boost, so you're going to be very limited with that. Not that we're going to be doing any of the final boss stuff with the critical version of them, because I'm going to go to the other file, which is on critical mode, but I already beat the game on 100% critical mode anyway, so, you know, I'm going to do proud mode, just give myself a little bit of an easier time. That's still going to be tough, don't worry. Trust me, you saw me die a million times on Kingdom Hearts 1 and Chain of Memories, so trust me, not a big deal. So yeah, we'll do proud mode, and we'll do vibration on, and we'll begin with those settings. So I'm going to leave you good people in the company of Urita Hikaru's newest single for Kingdom Hearts 2, so enjoy, ladies and gentlemen.
A scattered dream that's like a far-off memory. A far-off memory that's like a scattered dream. I want to line the pieces up. Yours and mine.
have arrived. I've been to see him. He looks a lot like you. I'm what's left. Or maybe I'm all there ever was. My name is of no importance. What about you? Do you remember your true name?
Sora?
Whoa! Give me a break, guy.
Giving up already? If there are any other worlds out there, why did we end up on this one?
This world has been connected,
What? Who's there?
tied to the darkness.
Sora, don't ever change.
The door has opened.
What?
You understand nothing.
Sora...
Another dream about him.
Man, doesn't that tick you off?
Yeah, that's just wrong.
Cypher's gone too far this time.
I mean, it's true that stuff's been stolen around town, and we've got a score to settle with Cypher and everything. So, if he wants to think we did it, I can't really blame him. See, that's not what really bugs me. What really bugs me is that he's going around telling everybody we're the thieves. Now the whole town and their mothers are treating us like the Klepto Club. Have you ever been this ticked off before in your life? 'Cause I haven't. Nuh-uh. Never. Now, what to do? Well...
We could find the real thieves. That would set the record straight. Hey, that sounds fun.
But what about Cypher?
First, we gotta clear our names. Once we find the real culprit, everyone will get off our backs. Oh no! They're gone! Are gone! What?
All are gone? Huh? Huh? Huh?
You can't say... why not?
But you do understand what I'm saying, right? Are gone. Stolen. And not just the word. They stole it too.
What kind of thief is that? Cypher could never have pulled that off.
Yeah.
Alright, time for some recon.
Huh?
His heart is returning. Doubtless he'll awaken very soon.
Huh?
Roxas, come on.
Over here. That's a little bit of talking up to. So yes, this is the new interface for Kingdom Hearts 2. Camera's been pulled back a way bit than from the last game, or Kingdom Hearts 1 at least. And now we find ourselves. So you're probably wondering, where are we? Who are we playing as? So yes, we're playing as Roxas. We're back in Twilight Town, or at least we're in the real Twilight Town, I guess, not the memory version of it. But Sora seems to be MIA for right now. So yeah, just fair warning, this entire tutorial section is with Roxas here. And this goes on for 3 hours, so yeah, it's a lot. Also from that opening stuff, you may remember that opening scene on the beach from the secret ending movie of Kingdom Hearts 1. So that was a bit of a tease. Also, yes, your ears are not deceiving you. That is, in fact, Jesse McCartney voicing Roxas. And when that was first announced, I was not too happy with that, because I assumed it was just... Because, again, I feel like Disney sometimes does sort of make comments into who voices some of these characters, because you'll notice it's a couple of voice actors from Disney projects usually wind their way up in here. McCartney wasn't, like, associated with Disney heavily. He did a couple of songs or whatever on, like, their compilation albums and stuff. And I wasn't really sure how he was going to fit in with this. Turns out he was actually on a couple of TV shows, I think, back in the day. I forget what it was called, but he was on a TV show. And here in Kingdom Hearts 2, his voice acting isn't perfect. It's not terrible, but it's like, it toes the line. He does get a hell of a lot better in later games, I will admit. And in fact, I'd say that in current games, he's probably one of the stronger voice actors that we've got on the team. So I will admit that he came quite a long way from this one. So yes, after years of waiting to play Kingdom Hearts 2, which was about, I think, what was it, 2003, 4? So waiting 3 years to play Kingdom Hearts 2, this is what they want us to do first. They want us to cross the damn street. And so I don't know if we can open up the... Yeah, so right now we can't go to a menu shop. So a menu right now. Menu shop? A menu shop? Chris, really? First episode, we're already saying stupid stuff. So yeah, I don't think we can go too crazy. So yeah, this is buttery smooth again. You probably can't see it on your end. But yeah, the camera's been pulled back a lot. We can jump. We can't do anything else right now. And of course, we're just going to go over to the accessory shop over here where there's nobody there, but in a second there will be. And this is what I'm talking about when I say this is all tutorial based. By skimming the sides of visiting, you can grab edges, blah, blah, blah. It's all tutorial based stuff. Let's get this investigation underway. Yo, Roxas. Never thought you'd do such a rotten thing. We didn't steal anything, alright? I'd like to believe you, but... who else would steal that stuff? What stuff? As if you didn't know. Hey, I'm not gonna tell you. Go ask at the accessory shop. Go on, Roxas, ask her. And so yeah, now this is we've seen this already in Kingdom Hearts 1 and in Chain of Memory. So this is where it started, the reaction commands, where triangle is used for everything. This is where it started. So right now, if you want, you can go over. There's people walking around, so you can talk to people. The promoter of the struggle battle sure works people hard. It's hard work putting up posters. Dram Commons is huge. All right, you talk to... The best way to get info is to ask. Talk to as many people as you can. And I guess there's not really a whole lot of sections for that. If you find any interesting looking places in town, check them out too. You may discover some good info. Sort of, I guess. We'll see that later. Let's talk to the lady at the accessory shop and begin our investigation. Alright, so let's talk to her. Oh, hello, Roxas. Yeah, reaction commands appear in various situations. Use them whenever possible. So yeah, this is where it all started with that. Oh, it's you, Roxas. Please don't let me down. You used to be one of my favorite customers. I'm not a thief. Okay. It's no fun having everyone suspect me, you know? Then you gotta find a way to clear your name. The woman at the candy shop is pretty disappointed too. I guess we're going over there. Also, they referenced the character in that opening cutscene when we were back with the three of these guys back in their room called Cypher. Maybe you remember who that is from another Final Fantasy game. We'll see him in a little bit. Roxas? Have you seen my cat around? Oh, there he is. And of course, this is you see this a lot in Zelda, the Z targeting trick. Only now it's the camera thing. So we gotta lock onto the cat. So it's again like the Z targeting. So yeah, now you can flick the camera right back to the regular position. I think we can still talk to people. Let's see what they say. Where could that cat be? It'd be funny if it was somewhere real close. Seriously? And see, this is the one thing. See, this is what I think we'll see it now. Yeah. So this is something I want to show this now because we want to get a shot later. Kingdom Hearts 2 locks you out of certain places. And right now, obviously, this is just tutorial-based stuff, so we can't go anywhere. But even later in the game, places will be blocked off like this where Roxas or even Sora will say things like, oh, I shouldn't go that way, or oh, I shouldn't do this right now, or oh, there's nothing down here. And it limits you. It's not like how Kingdom Hearts 1 was where you can go wherever you wanted. So that's something we'll see a little bit later, not right now, how that kind of limits exploration. Look around carefully. You may find something. When investigating, don't overlook anything. I love how they're saying like this is going to be a big part of the game. I don't think it would have gone too far. Have you checked this area carefully? We already know the cutscene ruined it. So yeah, there's a kitty. So we just got to lock on. Locking on is useful when following a target. Blah, blah, blah. We really needed a tutorial for this. Thank you, Roxas. Did they steal something from you too? Oh my, yes, something important. Just so you know, we didn't do it. I believe you. Thanks for that, ma'am. So what did they take from you? My precious... Looks like the culprit is going around stealing... And not just... the word, too. This isn't your average thief. I wonder if Cypher would know anything about this. We gotta talk to him. Come on, to the Sandlot. Which is an awesome movie, by the way. If you haven't seen The Sandlot, get on that. I think it was just in movie theaters like a week or two ago. They had I don't know, it's one of the anniversary things, or they're just putting it on. I don't care, just play that movie every summer. That's a great movie. That was like one of the best movies that Disney Channel constantly re-aired. So we've got some familiar faces over here from Final Fantasy.
Thieves.
That was low, you know?
Oh, yeah? Nice comeback there, Blondie. What'd you say? You can give us back the... now.
Yeah, you're the only ones who would take it, you know?
That was undeniable proof that we totally owned you, lamers. So what did you do? Burn it? Huh, not that we need some... to prove that you're losers.
Replay.
Now you're talking. I guess if you get on your knees and beg, maybe I'll let it slide.
Roxas!
Well, it was a good thing 3 plastic Nerf weapons just randomly showed up on the floor. Yeah, so this is sort of like the weapon selecting thing. Kind of, but not really. This is just going to give you a bonus, I think, in one of the areas. So there's a wand. It looks almost like a staff. You can perform unusual attacks with this. So I think with this you get magic. You'll learn magic. No, I'll use a different one. I think this one... This is a club used in struggle battles. It's light in weight, makes it easy to swing. This will make offense. See, it even says you prioritize offense. So this is another thing I don't like. It's very... in your face about what you're doing this time. Like, oh, this is we're going to raise strength. And this one I think has the handle. This one has a hand guard. It defends well against attacks. This will prioritize defense. I'll use a different one. Actually, maybe I should do this one because the defense would be nice. And there is something else. There's something later that's going to raise strength anyway. So, you know, I think I will go prioritize defense. So this will do. And I believe you became calmer. Defense +1. So yeah, whatever you did, you get like magic +1 or whatever. Then there's a cutscene.
Roxas, focus.
Alright, so now it's just explaining battles, blah blah blah, HP gauge, the magic bar. So the magic bar's changed a little bit now. Magic, which we won't be able to explain right about now, but magic is that bar that goes across. It's not attached to Roxas's health bar like it was in the first game. Magic works now where each section of the bar will be taken off when you use spells, and when it's totally drained, it enters charge mode, where you won't be able to perform any magic until the bar refills. There's ways to make it refill faster, but at the beginning of the game, it's painfully slow. It's to basically cripple you from overusing the magic, but right now we can't really do that. So right now we just have to attack Cypher, and I will try... I know after I just combo him, we're going to get a cutscene again. After hitting it, you can continue pressing X to unleash combos. nullify the same stuff as the first game.
Come on. Quit playing around and fight.
So this is one of the few areas in the game where you can get an alternate cutscene. If we lose to Cypher here, we get an alternate cutscene. It's one of the few alternate cutscenes that I know exist in Kingdom Hearts 2. There aren't a whole lot of them compared to Kingdom Hearts 1. Also, fun fact. So yes, this is Cypher from Final Fantasy VIII. He's now a child, even though Leon, who's also from Final Fantasy VIII Squall, is a full-grown adult. So how that works out, again, like I said, in the first Kingdom Hearts, you kind of got to forget that the Final Fantasy characters exist in any sort of continuity, because the game sort of doesn't seem to be playing with that. His two friends that were next to him, the guy in orange and the girl in blue, Fujin and Rajin, I think I might have gotten their names reversed, they're also from Final Fantasy VIII. Rajin, I think, was the one who always ends every sentence with, you know, and Fujin is, I think, the one that constantly says, like, one-word answers, like, pain, or, like, disappointing, like things like that. And the little guy over there in the back is Vivi from Final Fantasy IX, my favorite Final Fantasy game that unfortunately doesn't really get a whole lot of love here in Kingdom Hearts. Maybe it's because Tatsuya Nomura didn't design the characters in 9, so it's a little bit awkward to ask, and I beat him, so that's easy. And also, fun fact, real thrown in there, Cypher is voiced by Will Friedle from Boy Meets World, believe it or not.
Cypher's not feeling so hot, you know?
Tournament decides.
Whoa! What was that?
The thief?
Alright, so let's follow this little guy through the woods. See, we automatically get here. We don't have to actually walk here. The game already puts you here. I couldn't probably turn around. I've got to follow him. I already know where he's going. You can chase him through the trees, but I already know where he's heading. Also, this building that we're about to come up to looks kind of familiar, I think, when we get here. This looks... I think we might have been here before, maybe. Can't really remember, but looks familiar. So yeah, Will Friedle voices Cypher, which I thought was pretty cool. But didn't even realize it was him for the longest time. We have come for you, my liege.
Huh?
Alright, so let's see. This is another thing I hate about Kingdom Hearts 2. The you can't hit me fights. This was in Kingdom Hearts 1 a few times. It was in Halloween Town, you remember? We couldn't hit the enemies. This was on the Destiny Islands, we couldn't hit the enemies. It was twice. And it's no big deal. Kingdom Hearts 2 does this you can't hit me fights way too often. There's way too many fights where it just throws you like that.
What? What is this thing?
Yeah, just way too many fights where the game is like, oh, you can't hit me, and then it'll just reset you and you'll do it again. So yeah, you can do reversals on these guys. Highly recommended against them in the early sections of the game here because they can be a little, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? They can be a little jagged. They can kind of move really fast. I got kind of lucky there. But yeah, get close to enemy, drop the orbs, blah blah blah. Money, we know.
What's this?
I was his first customer after he took over the shop. So we took a picture together.
It's a really nice photo. Oh,
Hey, you just said photo.
So, Roxas, tell us about the picture thief.
Not much to say. The pictures were just lying there.
Then how do we prove we weren't the ones who took them? It's a girl.
you look happy, Roxas.
Do not. So, like, anybody else notice that all the stolen pictures are of Roxas?
Oh, so that's why everyone thought it was us.
And Cypher didn't go around accusing us after all.
Are they really all of me? Yep.
See?
Look,
Right?
Every single one. Wouldn't it be weird if the thief wanted to steal the real Roxas or something?
Come on, get serious. Why would anyone want to steal a bonehead like Roxas?
Oh, thanks. Where am I? Who's there? Who are you?
Restoration at 12%.
Organization miscreants. They found us.
But why would the nobodies steal photographs?
Both are nothing but data to them. The fools could never tell the difference. We are running out of time. Namine must make haste.
Where am I? What happened to my home? My island? Riku! Kai... Who are you?
They will come at you out of nowhere, as long as you continue to wield the Keyblade.
Hey, why don't you come with us? We can go to other worlds on our vessel.
Sora, go with them, especially if you want to find your friends.
Name's Goofy.
I'm Sora. I'll go with you guys.
The Heartless have great fear of the Keyblade.
That's right. The Keyblade.
So, this is the key.
But the boy is a problem. He found one of the keyholes.
A key blade?
So this is day 2, which we're going to continue on. I know this episode's running a little long, but I want to continue this one because it's kind of a short one. It's a short day.
Keyblade. What was that about? Oh. Sorry about that. Thanks. Do you guys think we'll always be together like this?
I sure hope so.
Huh? Where did that come from?
Well, you know, just thinking out loud.
Well, I doubt we could be together forever. But isn't that what growing up's all about? What's important isn't how often we see each other, but how often we think about each other. Right?
Get that off a fortune cookie?
That's it. No more ice cream for you. Man, today's turning out to be a drag.
Maybe because of yesterday's memory thief.
Nuh-uh. You know what it is? We don't want summer vacation to be over, that's all. So, how about this? We all go to the beach. Why do we go to the beach? Because we haven't gone once this entire vacation. Blue seas, blue skies. Let's just get on the train and go. No? Oh, come on.
Maybe you forgot, but we're broke.
Maybe you forgot I'm smart.
So once again, the game is telling us how to use save points. It won't actually let me leave. See, this is what I'm talking about. The game will not let me leave this room. I think I should stand in that light. Really, game? Like, I have to be... Yeah, so you actually have to open up the save menu and then close it in order for it to continue. And then pencil come back. Hurry up, Roxas! Alright, so this is another tutorial day, but not so much in terms of mechanics, but in terms of a sort of side thing the game's going to be throwing at us. We're going to Market Street. Alright, so now you're probably thinking, well, now we can probably walk around a little bit, explore. I mean, we got a map. See, we even got a map, so maybe now we can explore. But I'm pretty sure, I think we can go this way. No, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, it will limit you from going where you shouldn't be going, and I don't like that. I don't like that. It's limiting you. Also, cool thing, there is a skateboard. Look at this. It serves really no purpose other than just getting around fast, because some of the later areas are kind of big, so this is kind of a way to cheat that. But you can do all these cool, like, gravity-defying tricks and stuff. There's some things later in the game that you can do with the skateboard. Nothing right now, but this is kind of cool. I like the idea that they did this to speed you around a little bit, especially in this section, because Roxas doesn't really have a whole lot of quick ability moves. But yeah, once you hit the door, it'll pop you right there, so it's kind of cool.
Just 2 days to go. You and I have to make the finals. That way, no matter who wins, the 4 of us split the prize.
Okay, you're on. You two are gonna clean up.
Go get him.
It's a promise.
Then now I get to talk, lovely. Now let's get down to business. 1 ticket to the beach is 900 money. God, that seems like a lot for children to take the train. How much for 4 of us? 3,600 money. And 300 each to spend there. What's that for all of us? 1,200 money. A total of 4,800 money. To spend on what? Pretzels, of course. What else is there? Well, there's always watermelon. Too pricey. They're like 2,000 money a piece. Pretzels it is. So, where are we? Oh, where were we? I said that wrong. We need 4,800 money altogether. But all we have is... I've got 800. 650. 150. Sorry. That's 1,600 money. We need another 3,200. Let's find ourselves some odd jobs to earn some dough. We have till the train leaves to earn 800 money each. Meet at the station with the cash in hand. Didn't he say he had it covered? Whatever, those pretzels are sounding pretty good. So yes, it's going to leave. So now I think we can open the menu. Okay, so the menu is kind of a little... Well, right now it looks the same. But right now we have a status. We can look at Roxas and the journal. Roxas's journal isn't as in-depth as Jiminy's journal. It just basically tells you what's been happening and what the objective is. So it's kind of limiting. Also, we're level 1. We've got 150. We have 150 just like it said. So this is what we have to do. We have to click on the help wanted board and play through all these mini games. So there's, I think, 6 of them. 3 on this board, and then there's 3 more on the board in the next screen over. So we're going to do all of them, and that's going to be day 2 for us. And that's really all that happens here on day 2 is these mini games, which is why I wanted to do it, because I hate to waste an episode on me just playing around with mini games. You don't actually have to... Actually, I don't know if you need to get 800 money. Honestly, I think one time I tried doing too many games. I went to Hainer, and I'm pretty sure the game let me progress. But we'll show them all off. So this is mail delivery. Need some help delivering letters. And thankfully, we're on the PS4, so this will be a lot faster. So yeah, this is something with the skateboard where we have to hit each person and deliver a level with the reaction command. So this is a big thing about Kingdom Hearts 2. There are a lot more mini games than there was, and I totally screwed that up. Wait, I did it. I can't hear the click noise when you do it because I messed up. I forgot I have to do the... Oh, the bird. Yeah, the bird needs an envelope. The bird needs an envelope. I don't know why the bird... No, dang it. I used to be so much better at this. It's been a... Hold on. I used to be good at this. I swear I used to be good at this. And... Damn it. I think I gotta jump when I hit the end. Wait, can I see? Dang it. I feel like I'm getting shortchanged a little. Wait, maybe I think I gotta jump higher up. That's right, Chris. Embarrass yourself in front of the good people. Yeah, there we go. I did terribly on that. Well, actually, this is good. I want to do terrible because I want to show you guys what happens. So if you mess up kind of bad, they'll be like, that's not bad. And they'll give you like 30. I think 100 or 50 is the best you can do. I don't want to do these too many times because it's kind of boring. Also, the mail delivery one is kind of one you can do whenever. This one, need a strong back. Got to climb up the cargo. So this is, I think, there's going to be like a bag at the bottom of the hill, and we got to just hit it up. So later on in the game, you can play these again, and with different abilities, they make them a lot easier. And there's different requirements, but we'll talk more about that when we get to the journal sections where the journal starts telling us what missions to do. So right now, all we can really do is just wail on it right now. So the goal here isn't really to do anything strategic, just to be fast as all hell. And I think I should do this one pretty good. That was pretty good. 15 seconds, not bad. Let's see how much I got. Good job. So this should be more than 30. Yeah, 50. So that's a little bit better. All right, let's do the next one. Grandstander. This one is kind of long, so I'm going to try to do this short. So yeah, this is the thing about Kingdom Hearts 2. There's all these mini games, and a lot of the worlds have mini games. Sometimes they're part of the level where you won't be able to progress unless you perform the mini game, and other times it's just things you can do after you're done. So there's a lot to do in the worlds when you beat them in Kingdom Hearts 2, as opposed to where in Kingdom Hearts 1 it was kind of like, well, we finished, and there's really no point in going back to all these worlds. Right now, doing this one is a bit of a pain because Roxas doesn't really have a whole lot of moves. Also, he's not very quick on his feet, so it's hard to get back to the ball before it lands. I think if I get to around 30 hits, that should be enough to get me a decent amount of money for this one. But later on, when you come back and play this, there's a whole bunch of other moves and abilities you get, and you can basically wail on this thing and do like 1,000 hits. So, again, it doesn't really get you anything too crazy, but again, Jiminy's Journal will have requirements for some of the mini games on like scores. It basically forces you to play every mini game at least once, and then you gotta basically go for a cool like high score or something like that. And this is where everything like that started with the whole series, where now the entire games are always about like, oh, there's mini games and you gotta do a certain thing first, and then you can do something else. I think I'm gonna just do a few more hits here because I got 2 more tries, and I really don't want to say too much with this because again, it's just mini games. It's nothing really too fun. So yeah, this is what we're doing at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2. We're playing mini games. We're not really dealing with story. So a lot of people tend to hate the opening here of Kingdom Hearts 2 because they feel like it drags on for 3 hours here with Roxas. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I like that they got all the tutorial stuff out of the way with him because I should probably stop. I'm talking and it's going on way too much. I'm gonna just end it here at 79. Yep. And I'll just hit it once and it'll hit the floor and that's it. Yeah, so I like that they get the tutorial stuff out of the way because when we finally get back to with Sora, we don't have to deal with all this stuff. So I should have gotten the 50. Wow, you're the best. 50, yes. So I got 150, so 150, 180 right now. So yeah, that's it for this sign. And there's nothing else we can do right now. There's nothing to buy in the shops or anything because you're kind of limited. So you can go over here to Market Street. Now the game will let you walk over here. And this is why the skateboard is important because look how big this area is. So yeah, this is where Kingdom Hearts started doing like bigger areas when they were doing like more elaborate zones, because I feel like in Kingdom Hearts 1 we didn't really have a whole lot of big areas. Everything was kind of small. So yeah, that's pretty cool. You can just get off of it. You don't have to go back to the front. So yeah, poster duty. This is annoying to do right now as Roxas again because we're limited. So you got to put posters up all over the place. And right now this is not easy because Roxas doesn't have the greatest, like I said, move set when it comes to moving around. So again, later when we come back and do this, we'll have new abilities and different abilities that basically make this a cakewalk. But for right now, it's just to give you like a generalization, like, okay, these are some mini games, this is what you'll be doing, and, you know, it's a little bit hard to do it right now and get a good time. I really don't know the strategy here on how to do this the quickest. I think it's just sort of when you see a poster, just try to run over to it. My strategy is I like to go this way and hit everything, and then I go up here, because I think you get one over here, and then I think if you just move quick enough, you can jump here. There's another one over there. I think I'm going to have to jump around to this thing. Jumping around is a little bit easier. Again, the platforming is never 100% in Kingdom Hearts. I feel like it never is. But this one I feel does a little bit better than Kingdom Hearts 1, at least to a degree. So yeah, I'll do that one. I think I'm going to be in trouble over here. I might be able to get up there. I might not be able to. Again, Roxas is very slow, and there's no dodge roll. There is no dodge roll in this game for right now. And actually, in the original game, there wasn't dodge roll. That was the thing everyone hated. Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, and everyone was like, oh, I can't wait to get dodge roll and be zooming around the map. There is no dodge roll. The game never gives you dodge roll, and they had to re-add it here for Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. They had to re-add it into the game. You'll see later, there is a dodge roll ability that you can do at one point, but it's so stupid how they figured this out. So I guess 18, 19. Oh, I missed it by 1. Oh, dang it. One more poster. I did pretty good. A minute and 20, probably a minute and 35 by the time I get to the final poster. Let's see, can I get that one? I feel like I should have gone straight. Yeah, it's gonna be a minute 36. 35. I got it. I called it. Yeah, so you can do, you have to do it in like under 50 seconds, I think. Well, I guess that'll do. Receive 50. Okay, that's pretty good. I usually screw that up a lot more, so I screwed up the skateboarding one. Bumble Buster. There's some bees. This one's kind of stupid. You just kind of whack the bees. Also, when I was doing the minigame in the 100 Acre Wood, when I was re-editing, I realized I didn't make a Wicker Man joke with the bees. I feel like I should have maybe done that. Like, not the bees! Not the bees! That is a terrible movie, by the way. At least the remake with Nick Cage is not the original with Christopher Lee, who is ironically maybe in this game. If you remember my voice acting tip trivia from Rechain of Memories, Christopher Lee maybe. Actually, we've already heard Christopher Lee. Diz in the last cutscene. I totally skipped because I'm not listening to the cutscene, so I forget. But yeah, that's Christopher Lee voicing Diz, which is amazing. All right, 30 really, woman. I did a fast job. And then Junk Sweeper. This one is a little bit of a puzzle one. The goal is to get rid of the junk in the smallest amount of swings. Again, right now, it's a little hard to do that, but there's a cool little trick you can do. So the junk is not glued down, and because of lovely PS2 physics, which I love, mind you, you can move the junk. So what I like to do later on, even when I come back here as Sora, I like to just put all the junk at least as close as I can to each other. It doesn't really pay right now. I'm just going to show you guys what it looks like if you want to do it. So you can do things like that, and then if I move this up here, I should be able to get a good angle, and these things should fall in a decent spot. Let's see if I get this pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. 3, I did 4 swings, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, and that broke, and then I think I'm just going to do, yeah, so I think you got to do it in under 5 swings or something, or 7 swings for the journal, but 10 swings, not bad for this point. Let's see what I get. I should get 50. Fine work indeed. 50. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. So yeah, Hayner said we need 800. I only have 410, so I'm going to go back and go see Hayner. I want to see if this is right. Because it doesn't really matter anyway, because something plot critical is about to happen anyway in the next cutscene that's pretty much going to make everything we just did here almost pointless. Spoilers, but yeah. So I'm going to head up here to the train station. Also, yeah, I love this new thing where now the words come out on the top so you know exactly where you are. So like there's this thing, like there's this area over here, like you can't go over here. It's like, looks like it goes through, but I can't use it now. It's like, dang it. Like even here, I probably can't go into the train station. It's probably not going to let me. We need to make some money before we can ride. Like, why can't I just go explore? You know, like, why are you limiting me? So let's take a look. This should cover expenses. Yeah, see, I'm telling you, you don't even have to do the mini games. You could just probably go to Hayner and end day 2 immediately. So honestly, it's not the end of the world. I don't even know why you need to grind money. There's nothing you have to buy later on in Roxas' section, and this isn't exactly helping you later in the game. So I mean, it's kind of a waste. So yeah, I've earned enough. All present and accounted for? What have we got? Let's see. Just this. I can't say what it is because it may not actually be enough. Good job.
Nice work, everyone. Added to what we started with, we now have, ta-da, 5,000 money.
Sweet.
Let's get tickets.
We can't be together forever, so we'd better make the time we do have something to remember.
Huh?
Gotcha.
So yes, the game gives you 5,000 money, which I'm assuming everyone else earned because all I earned was the 4 whatever the hell, which wasn't even, I guess, plus the 150. But yeah, so it doesn't really matter. It gives you 5,000 regardless of what you do.
Whoa. Huh?
Huh? What?
Roxas! 3 minutes! Okay. Four students.
Roxas, the money.
Wait. No. Huh? He took it.
Where are you going?
Remember when I fell? I had the money before that. I bet that guy took it. Guy?
He couldn't have gotten too far.
What are you talking about? There was no guy.
Huh? But there wasn't? Really? Oh boy. There wasn't anyone there?
It's melting.
Sorry.
Cheer up already.
That was definitely weird, though.
Strange.
You said it.
Can you feel Sora?
Can you feel Sora?
Restoration at 28%.
Namine. Hurry.
Is it really that hard to make a beach?
We'd be giving the enemy another entry point.
And this?
We can always buy some sea salt ice cream. Objects from that town must be kept out of the real world. You can delete that.
As the key-bearer, you must already know. One must not meddle in the affairs of other worlds.
So many places I want to see. I know I'll get there someday.
Thus, I do hereby dub the junior heroes.
Hey, what do you mean, junior heroes?
You rookies still don't understand what it takes to be a true hero.
I wish for your freedom, Genie.
Ow!
Sally, why didn't I listen to you?
Don't feel bad, Jack. We'll come up with another plan for Halloween. Next time, we'll do it together.
Power!
I am Mushu! Or are you too cool to play them now that you have the Keyblade?
Riku? What are you doing here? Did you find her?
I still can't believe it.
I really flew. Wait till I tell Kai. I wonder if she'll believe me. Probably not. I'm searching too.
For your light. Don't lose sight of it.
Sora, where are you going?
I'm gonna go look for my friends. They're waiting for me. Well, where are Donald and Goofy?
Instead of worrying about them, you should be asking about her.
Who are you? Huh?
Okay, hopefully I'm at the right part in the video where the text has popped up, because unfortunately my TV has just lost signal, but I'm still on the capture thing on my computer, which is about a 4-second delay, so hopefully this is right. Meet at the station. Today's the day we hit the beach, and don't sweat about the money. Hainer. Alright. I think I have a second. Okay, good. Thank God. This was a perfect spot to end it. Alright, so I'm going to go figure out what's wrong with my capture device right now. Perfect timing, though, because I don't know what I would have done. I probably would have had to stop and just re-edit. So, yeah, we're going to call it quits here, because today is day 3, and day 3 is some plot critical stuff. So we're going to do all of day 3 on the next video, so we'll have a shorter video for you guys. I think it's enough to just do... Let me think. we'll see where we're at. I might change it. I tried planning all this out, but I'm pretty sure as usual I like to wing it. So yeah, I'm gonna go try to fix my capture right now. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was an hour-long episode. I know I went on for a lot, but the game really isn't gonna explain everything I needed to at the beginning. In regards to the plot, I want to get you guys all caught up and stuff in case you haven't watched in a while. And the game is going to explain all of it and those little flashback things. But yes, some interesting things happening, some weird things happening. We don't really know what's happening to Roxas, but he's definitely connected, or at least remembering things that happened to Sora in the first game. So maybe we'll find more about that in the next part, maybe the part after that, but we shall see. But thank you guys for watching. I'm so glad to be back doing another Kingdom Hearts Let's Play. It's always a ton of fun. Hopefully not a lot of crazy times during this playthrough like the Chain of Memories playthrough, but we shall see. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to God this video thing didn't cause an audio loss, because that would suck first episode out. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope to see you on the next part.